I'm talking away and I was muted, y'all. Can you hear me now?
Hee-haw!
How's that? Bomber Steve.
Hee-haw!
Furlough buddy, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now, but your voice was muted on YouTube.
Yeah, I just noticed that. This computer, I hate it when it does that. At times it shuts down overnight and updates.
Yeah.
And I come in here having to rush to get it. It takes forever to turn back on and everything.
That was weird because I heard the music, but I didn't hear I couldn't hear you.
Really, you could hear the music?
Yeah.
But, yeah, I've B&D Crabs, Furlough, Stephanie, my fish tanks, JDR, great seeing you, Andy G. I think Andy's a new one.
Hee-haw!
Appreciate all y'all. Bomber Steve. Stephanie, don't start that yawning, man.
Sorry.
I got a long day ahead of me.
Mm-hmm.
Man. But I dread going back to school. I thought I was going to have a problem this morning, man, but I was in here about 11 o'clock last night and picking on the guitar a little bit, and all of a sudden my arm locked up, man.
Ooh.
I was thinking, oh no, here it goes.
Uh-oh.
Because I've heard some people complain about the shot doing that. Man, it was hurting like crazy, but it didn't last about 15 minutes.
Oh, that's good. At least it didn't last long.
Yeah, well, I was scared I'd get up this morning and I'd be able to move. It's 5:21. Well, excuse you. Yeah.
Morning,
I hate
Stephanie.
it when the computer goes through update like that.
Mm-hmm.
What's new on your side, buddy?
Oh, nothing. Just back to work today. I finished the inside of a house that I'm painting and then start on the outside of the same house.
Oh, really?
So, yeah.
Man, I tell you, we had a beautiful day yesterday, and I think next couple of days going to be. Then we got rain coming again. It's a good time to be outside. Imagine Florida's looking real good.
Yeah, it's been nice.
Steph, I hope you had a good weekend. All of y'all. I was lazy yesterday, man. I did get in Kenny's for a little while last night,
Yeah,
but
nothing.
I didn't do much on YouTube.
Neither did I. I don't think I got in anybody's yesterday except for when I laid down. Kenny was going, and I just while I was in bed, I was just messing around in Kenny's stream.
Yeah. I did go try to find a science gal, and
She posted on Facebook that she had one of her kids was sick, so she was taking the night off.
oh, really?
Yeah.
I was looking for her, couldn't find her. Then I got thinking, being Easter, maybe she didn't stream or something. I know Kenny said his numbers was down a little bit last night, but they're still great. But he forgot about it being Easter, so.
Yeah.
Oh, did you see any of Griffin?
No.
He called me yesterday, and we talked on phone for about an hour. Then his stream last night, he was showing them, but he scored a bunch of fish tanks, man.
Yeah, he said something in the Facebook Messenger that he got like 120 gallon or something.
Yeah, and a 55-gallon and 4 or 5 tanks, and got the stands with them and everything, man. So he's going to be set up. He's going to have a tank sitting behind him like you got now. He's already got it sitting there.
Nice.
He was all excited. Spent the day with the family. That's awesome. We didn't get spooked till 6 yesterday evening, but
that's what we did. I went to my mom's for a little while, celebrated my sister's birthday, and then went over to Dory's parents.
Yeah, it's good. I've been painting a 16-foot three. I can't even pronounce it. Ceiling today on a scaffold. That's no fun.
Yeah, it's when you're painting something that big, it ain't no fun.
Don't mention painting.
I say I'll keep my residential paint jobs.
Yeah, no doubt.
No, and then between Saturday and yesterday, we got all the reptiles moved into that new rack that I built for her.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Well, that's good. Mr. Manifesto spent the day away from the family. It was pretty good.
Hey, sometimes that's good, depending on your family.
Yeah, celebrate Easter by yourself.
Hey, there ain't nothing wrong with being by yourself every now and then. Or at least it's me and Dory say, like, sometimes it's nice just being me and her. Nobody else bothering us, you know.
Oh, I know it is. Oh me, I don't know. I'm almost waking up in one of those moods, man, where you just wired and something don't feel right.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the school part.
Having to deal with that tiger all day long.
Knowing what I got ahead of me. Oh, man. Now you got me yawning.
Sorry. So I ordered this beard thing from Amazon. It's like a beard straightener, I guess. I don't know if you've ever heard of those. Man, it made the goatee part of my beard like twice as long as it was. Like straightening it out.
Is it a brush like?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's I got one in here. It works good.
Yeah, I like it. It came with some beard oil and beard balm.
That beard oil and stuff, I love that beard oil. Some of that stuff, man, I love the smell of it, and it gets your beard real soft and everything.
Yeah. But no, it did. I was shocked. Like yesterday was the first time I used it, and man, it did a good job. I was shocked.
It does. It's
Figured out.
amazing. Now it will. I noticed using it. I don't know if it's drying it out at times or what, but it does get to breaking off. You look down and
Yeah,
you'll have it all on the floor and stuff, especially when you get so
I
long.
know.
But
Yeah.
Beantown Breakdown.
Gotta get that
Hee-haw!
quality time in for.
I keep aiming to grow it on the sides, just a full beard and everything. And
That's what I'm gonna try to do. I'm gonna try to like let my sides grow out more and just like get a
I went a
full thing
few
going on.
days last week, then I got in there yesterday and shave.
Well, I always trim the sides because they get all weird. But now that I got that little beard brush or whatever you want to call it, maybe it'll help it a little bit.
Yeah, you comb it down and everything. I actually like the feeling of it, of the heat and everything.
Mm.
And just turn it on high though; it gets pretty hot, man.
Yeah.
I tried it on the back of my hair and about burnt my neck with it.
Yeah.
I gotta get a dang haircut, man. I've been holding off going and getting a haircut, which my hair don't grow that fast, but
Yeah.
this is since last March. But
I'm letting mine grow.
I told my wife think I just let it grow.
Mhm. I'll let mine grow, see what it does. Now, what's up, Mike?
But yeah, that beard straightener is good though. I needed that back in my younger days, man. Back in
Mm-hmm.
my younger days, I couldn't. I always had a big beard, but man, it stayed bushed out and everything, and curly and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I would have had a long beard back then, but if you see our dang wedding pictures and everything, I look like Grizzly Adams or something. And it was all solid black. And well, my wife had a head full of hair. Carver family, I need shorts. Coach Place, he drawed a picture of it. We had a little Polaroid made up in
Oh
Gatlinburg.
yeah.
He drawed a big picture of it, but Catfish Mama had big afro, and I had an afro with that big beard and everything. We call it the hair picture.
The hair picture.
Mike's Aquatics,
Hee-haw!
great having you. Beantown Breakdown. Oh, Preds they beat Blackhawks 3 straight, man.
Mm.
They're 2 points in the playoffs right now if it ended right now.
I'll tell you what. I went on a YouTube wormhole or rabbit hole, whatever you want to call it, the other day, and I started watching these videos of this guy and his friend. They had the IRS scam calls calling them, so they would get on the phone with him and just start like messing with him so bad. It was hilarious.
They knowed it was scams calling them.
Yeah, they start. I mean, some of the stuff they would say back and forth to each other was pretty bad. Like, not, I wouldn't repeat it on here, but
It wasn't the brothers, was it?
no, it was this. It was a guy with is an American guy and a Russian guy.
Really?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I mean,
those two
once
brothers get on there.
and then there's like a bunch of different videos, and one of them they had like this giant air horn, and every time they would get on there, be like, "Yeah, I'm calling back to see what's going on with my social security number." And once the guy would start talking, they'd like put the air horn up to the phone and just like smash it.
Crazy. I've seen another Saturday night clip, and I thought about you the other night. They actually had Barry Gibbs up there with them.
I saw that one. Yeah.
Uh, Not Barry Gibbs, was it? Or was
Yeah.
it?
No, I
Maybe,
think it was. I think it was Barry Gibb. It was Justin Timberlake, Jimmy Fallon, and Barry Gibb. I
yeah,
think.
Barry Gibbs. I thought I was wrong at first, but it was Andy Gibbs who passed away, the first one.
Yeah.
Barry's the only one left now.
Yeah. Last PG.
Yeah. He was living here while he bought Johnny Cash's place over here on the water here, and it caught fire and burnt down. But he was going to use that house for songwriting and stuff, and they painters or something was in there, and something happened. Something got too close to a fireplace or something. It caught
Lord.
fire and burned up. Could have been an insurance job too.
Yeah, could have. Yeah. Yeah, Mike. A whole full night of sleep without getting up to go to the bathroom. That's a winning lottery ticket in my book.
I know that feeling, man. Wait till you get old.
All depends on how much water I drink the day before.
Well, that's one thing. I am. Past few days, I've been up to almost 2 bottles a day, y'all. So I'm setting a water record. But you do pay for it at night.
Mm-hmm.
But since getting this shot, I'm trying to force myself to drink water because I heard that was really means like keep yourself hydrated with it.
I say it probably could dehydrate you or whatever.
Carver family and Catfish Mama both got theirs yesterday, so I'm
And
glad
then
they did that.
my dad goes for his second one today or sometime this week. And my mom got her second one last week.
She didn't have no problems with it.
She said Friday she had a headache and she was tired, and they were off. They were off work anyways for Good Friday because she works at she's a teacher, but their school is like on the backside of a church, so the church makes them take off for Good Friday. So she said she was off anyway, so all she did was lay around, and then Saturday she woke up and she was fine.
I think schools was actually closed here for Good Friday.
Yeah.
New England. The house next door burnt down yesterday.
Oof,
Lady wasn't home, lost one cat. That's bad.
that's bad.
You got your second one Friday, Manifesto. How's that doing? I hear some people have some bad times with it, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm hearing a lot lately that they're not having no problem at all with it. So,
Like I said, whenever I get it, if I get it, it's going to be, if all I got to deal with is a headache and some tiredness, I deal with that anyway. It's like every other day, so that's nothing to me. But watch out, like me and my wife will get it. It'll make us sicker than a dog.
I ain't gonna get into it deep, but I'm trying to get my mom to get it. But I know somebody who refused to get it and bragged about not gonna get it.
Yeah.
And wouldn't even wear a mask. And they caught it. Then their mom caught it. And a few days later, their mom was dead. So
It's always nice.
great bragging.
Yeah.
Find out it is for real.
Yeah.
Sexy too much Coleman.
Hee-haw!
Good morning.
And that's bad, man. I still worry about my mom, and I was talking to her the other day about it, but I worry about her because she's 79 years old and works full time at Walmart, and much less doing that at age 79. Then you're around all the people.
Well, she needs to get it. I mean, especially working at
Oh,
Walmart.
yeah, being there and old people.
Yeah.
And like I told her, they was giving it to all the people in the nursing home, 80, 90-year olds. And I mean, if you're going to keep
So
working, I
the
wish
only
I'd slack off on working. I can't work full time. I don't see how she does it.
the only problem I have with it is it's supposedly my mom was telling me it only lasts for like 6 months.
Well, right now the jury's still out, and right now they're finding out that it's lasting up to 6 months, a little after now.
Yeah.
So now they're thinking it'll go even longer than that. They don't know,
Mm.
but they're finding out more stuff on it every day that it's lasting longer than they thought. And
Yeah.
hopefully it'll get where you'll just have to have a booster or something. But
All right. Because I mean, I want to get it so I can travel. Go back
yeah,
home up to New York. But like, I mean, I don't want to get it like now. Like if they were to go to my age group now, I don't want to get it now, and then because I'm not going to be going up there in 6 months.
yeah. My main concern for Carver and all of them, it takes a few weeks to be completely after you get that second shot. And I told them get it, and by the time Florida gets here,
Yeah.
I'm afraid it's going to be like a flu shot though, where you're pretty well going to have to do it every year.
Well, every year is fine, but every 6 months,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
kind of
no doubt.
annoying. Yeah.
But the jury's still out on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'd be nice every year at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you weigh the side effects over how many people's getting it, I mean, you have that kind of side effects in eating an egg and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has side effects and different things and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Especially the older people. I just pray for older people, man,
Yeah. The older people definitely need to
because that's who it
get it.
affects the most. Most of y'all who's caught it don't have much problem with it, but it is a few though.
Yeah.
But that's the same way with everything too. But the old, it really affects bad if they catch it.
I think
Great having you, sexy. I
people,
got my members board back up to date. I think.
you'll probably have to change it in a couple days again.
Yeah, I will. I get up to 41, then I
With
lose
the
a
way,
couple and everything.
with the way you've been getting members here lately, you'll probably have to change it in a couple days.
I hope maybe for getting them, I had to change it, which I got 2 or 3 new ones, and I got an upgrade, but I did lose a couple of my flatheads. I hate that, but it's going to happen up and down. But I appreciate everybody.
Yeah.
Big Easy. I'm still here. Love you, Big Easy.
Big easy.
Yeah, that too, Mr. Manifesto. I mean, it's gonna be like that and everything. It's like say taking aspirins or anything. Certain people, man, just have side effects or anything.
Mm.
A lot of people's got side effects of getting married, and I don't want to tick nobody off this morning. There's a lot's got side effects in divorces.
I'm gonna grab some more coffee.
Yeehaw!
I'm gonna grab some more coffee real quick, Terry.
All right, buddy. That's awesome, Mike. I really suggest for the old people to get it, but because man, I mean, they get so quick with it and everything. And believe me, for what I've been dealing with the past year and everything. $11 people in the room, y'all. Hope everybody has a great Monday. Everybody wish me luck for being back in school after Luke's been gone for a week. They got the boats getting ready to go out down in Panama. Wish I was on one of them. Living in outdoors, great having you.
Yeehaw!
Beantown Breakdown.
Yeehaw!
What's up, Catfish? Good morning. Morning, Furlough.
How you doing? Furlough's gone to get a cup of coffee.
Oh, he's so fired.
Yeah, I got virtual school with my grandson in first grade this morning. So I'm back in school.
What up, Bobby?
What's up?
Same crap, different day.
It is
I hear that.
It is a hard task, Mr. Manifesto. He don't take it easy on his grandpa.
It must feel like 6 hours of "Are you smarter than a first grader?"
6 hours of being feel like you're just in shackles. At times, man, I get to jerking and everything and get a pain sensation through my head, think I'm having a stroke. Then all of a sudden he'll turn just as nice towards the end of the day. Just like, love you, Papa.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's like, yeah, I just put you through hell, but I love you.
Yeah. like nothing happened, like it's been a great day.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they get you every time, man. They know how to pull them hearts.
Oh man, they play you like a fiddle, man.
Mm-hmm.
They absolutely do.
But it ain't just me, man. He gives his dad. I think his dad gets a harder time than I do on Wednesdays. I'd go in there, Carver's all red in the face, and it'll be 3:00 in the evening, and they still got a lot to do. I try pushing them, make sure we've got everything done by 2:00, but they it's a few times they've worked up to 6:00 at night in there. He comes running in their bedroom telling me this and that. I said, I don't want to hear it.
Yeah. It's my day off. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, get out of this bedroom, man. Yeah, Butcher, they're loading all the boats up this morning, man. People getting ready to go out.
Are they?
Yeah. Hey, man, they've been wearing out some. Look like they've been bringing in some snapper, and they've been bringing in some big old trigger fish the last few days
That's over there at
in
Panama Beach.
Panama. Uh, Captain Anderson's down in Panama. It's pretty neat. They got that cam set up where you can sit and watch them and everything. And
Yeah,
Yeah.
they got one of those set up here for one
do they?
one of the harbors in Cape Cod, and then they have one in Boston Harbor too.
Dang, I need to pull them up sometime then.
They have a pretty cool one that's set up on one of the bridges in Boston, so you can see like the sunrise and stuff like that from the bridge. It's a pretty cool view.
I always said it'd be really neat if they'd put one of these on the fishing pier in Panama and Pensacola and stuff. And you can sit there and watch them 24/7 fishing on the piers.
We got one on at the fish docks in Boston.
Really, I
Yeah.
would love that, man. I would sit and watch that all the time in Panama.
It's funny though, because those boats really don't come in and out too lot. They stay out, for a week at a whack. So you'll see one boat and you won't see it for,
Yeah, some of those making those long trips.
because a lot of the guys around here are longliners. They're like they're longliner guys. They're tuna guys. They're guys that are they're guys that they don't just spend a single day on the water. They take those boats out. They watch those boats. It's not worth them to go out for one day and come back. The cost of diesel and the cost of operating the boat. They got to fill that boat with quota. With whatever they're going for before they come back in.
Yeah,
not worth. They'll lose money if they don't fill it.
Yeah, those wicked tunas and stuff. They don't catch fish. They don't come back in. And used to, they didn't come back in then because they had a quota they could have up to 3 fish on a boat. But now they make them just 1 fish limit. Most of these guys here, they go out twice a day, and they do have some got an all-day trip, but they look like they're running 4-hour trips, come in, get another load, and go back out. And they do have trips you can book for a night, 2 nights down there and stuff.
Yeah.
I had a buddy take some friends out. They went out to the tuna grounds, and they were messing. They were just trying to, they were trying to get on some trophy fish, and it took them a little while, and they finally found a good school of them. And he was just being an idiot, and he just hammered. He dropped the throttle and just hammered down on the boat, and he managed to get into the school, and he got him a 700-pound tuna, right?
Yeah.
To go start the engine back up, and he blew his motor.
Wow.
Blew his motor going after the. But he goes, I called the sea tow, and I happily paid him because he goes, the sea tow pulled up, and he goes, I've never seen anybody happy to see me. And he goes, I pointed to the side of the boat, and I pointed to the side of my boat where the tuna was strapped to, and he goes, oh. He goes, just enjoy your ride back, man.
Mr. Manifesto, one first grade refresher course is rough because, man, it has changed since I was in first grade.
Like, yeah, I've never seen anybody happy to the sea tow guy pulled up, and he goes, I've never seen anybody happy to see me. He goes, yeah, look at the side of the boat, buddy. He goes, look at the port side of the boat. When I got strapped to the side of it, he goes, oh, there you go. He goes, okay, just enjoy your ride. Enjoy the ride back. We'll be back in 3 hours.
Well, yeah, when you got a 700-pound tuna strapped to the side of the boat that you're waiting to get in. Time's money when it comes to that.
Yeah, some of those tunas, they don't pull them on board. They just drag them, don't they?
Yep. Those big ones. you saw the boat that we got, right? The tuna door in the back, right? So we can just
Yeah,
open that sucker up and
and
just
pull it up.
drag them in.
Mm.
And we
But
even got like a little winch system. So I got a good little I got a nice little like rope and like a hydraulic little winch system up near the captain's seat, like just behind it, and like against one of the gunnels of the ship of the boat, and I can. That's how we just hook their tail. You know, what I mean,
yeah,
I take the gaff and I just loop this big piece of thick rope around the around its tail, and just haul him in that way.
man, those who drag them though, man, a great white could eat their profit up
That's what you got to
quick.
be careful. That's what you got to be careful about, especially if you bleed them out right. You bleed them out right. They bleed they
Yeah,
bleed a lot. Those big tuna. I mean, they leave a massive like scent trail. It's just blood in the water.
It's like a chum slick, pretty much.
monster fish gal,
That's
great
the only thing you
thing.
got. Not really the great whites, but it's the blues and the out in the tuna grounds, out where those trophy fish are. It's it's uh it's the blue shark and the makos. And I
Petro
mean,
man.
you'll never those blues and makos are good, man. They're camoed into that water out there really well. Like you won't even notice it, and they'll eat half your fish from
Yeah.
underneath, and you won't because you can't see them. The top of those sharks is the camo that they have is ridiculous. You'll never even know they're there.
Mm.
It's crazy. Appreciate y'all coming in.
There was one mako. We had one mako eat a tuna on us, so we got pissed and we threw bait back in the water and caught him and ate him later on that night.
Yeah.
It make out good to eat.
It is. It's you ever have swordfish?
No, I never have.
Mako tastes pretty similar to swordfish.
I heard Mako's one of the better ones to eat too.
It is. Mako is very good. It is. You don't need much to go with it. Little butter, a little lemon, and a little little sea salt and pepper, and that's it.
Yeah.
But yeah, he ate our tuna on us, so we threw bait back in the water and ate him. Caught him, strapped his little chompy behind to the side of the boat and dragged him back and ate him. That's what you get.
That's what you get for eating my tuna.
Charlie,
I remember we left his jaws up. We cut his jaws out, right? We cut his jaws out and put him on the boat for like the whole season as a reminder. That's what you get.
Some guy down here, he caught 1,000-pound mako. He was on a 20-foot boat. He caught a 1,000-pound mako. He wound up having to call a bigger boat in to land the fish.
Yeah. Well,
Makos get big, don't they?
They get pretty good size, yeah.
There's a dude around here who's like a legend, right? He's got this 13-foot whaler, and I've seen him like literally, I want to say 4 hours offshore, like 4.5 hours offshore in like a little 13-foot boat.
Mm-mm.
Those guys, they're tough, man.
And I mean, he's fishing for what we're fishing for. You know what I mean? He's fishing for those 1,000 pound, for those 600.
And normally they're pretty good at it too. Those type people.
Oh, he goes. I use my whole boat as leverage. He goes. I put that pole in the back of that gunnel, and he goes. I'll stick the pole in the gunnel and just yank on the pole.
I tell you, man, those little Boston whalers, they are tough boats.
Oh, you could cut those boats in half, and they wouldn't sink.
Still float.
Yeah, they're little tanks, man. They're little bulldogs. They just keep going too.
I fished out of one here several years down here. Fished dang night tournaments out of it, man. We had it fixed up, a couple bass seats and everything. That little thing would fly, man. Had a old big Chrysler motor on it, and
And they have that the way they're designed too. They have that CV2 hull. The hull design is the thing just cuts through rough water with like that little 13-foot whaler. I've seen that dude. I've seen that guy like in some seas that would be sketchy to me.
yeah.
And
But
he's just bouncing through the waves.
Butcher, we would unplug the drain plug, and that little back section, it was a little space closed off. We'd
Yep, yep.
unplug the drain plug in that boat and throw our fish in it on a hot night and use it as a live well
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
because the boat wouldn't sink.
Oh, it's there. They build them. They build those, especially the smaller ones. The bigger ones are one thing, but
Yeah, this was the
those
little.
little like 13 to 18-foot whalers, those freaking things are unsinkable.
I think it was 13 foot. The one we had. It was
And
crazy.
like I said, I've never seen the Grady Whites too. You know, the small whalers and Grady Whites. The design of those little boats, they never cease to amaze me with the rough water that they can take and just keep going.
Nobody don't know what boat we're talking about or anything. It's the boat you see in Flipper, the dad and the kids run around in all the time.
Those little mini whalers with so they're little rocket ships too. Like
They are, man.
especially the older ones, like
Yeah,
the 1980s Boston whalers are like they have like the 90 horsepower two-stroke motors on them. You know, the little 90 Yamahas, right?
yeah.
Those boats are little rocket ships, dude. They're like 60-mile-an-hour boats. It's insanity.
They're crazy. But I don't know these guys like that going that far out, 4 hours out in the
Oh, they're out of
ocean.
they're out
But
of their mind.
they're
They're
tough
absolutely
men.
Yeah, they're out of their they're either crazy because if you get caught in a storm like that, like if you get caught in bad weather out there in a little boat like that, you're toast.
Y'all, thank you, Furlough. Monster Fish Cow is 6 away from 300. Yeah, is your 300 holding up, Furlough?
Yeah, I'm still at 309.
Awesome. I lost 6 yesterday, but picked 5 or back up last night, I think. It's
And I
crazy.
woke up the other morning. I was at 311, and then within like an hour, the 2 that I gained were gone. So I'm back to 309. So,
That's good.
That's YouTube taking out the bot trash.
yeah.
Yeah. 13 people in the room. Appreciate everybody.
Hee-haw!
Everybody who's up stirring early.
Yeah, it's I tell you though, the designs those little boats are something else.
Yeah, them Boston Whalers are awesome.
Those little whalers are something else.
Yeah, I mean, man, they last forever. I guarantee you that little boat is still running around somewhere out here.
Especially those 1980s, 80s generation whalers. The only
Yeah,
real maintenance you got to do to them, the 70s and 80s whalers last forever because the only real maintenance you got to do to them is outside of the motor is just maintain the teak,
yeah,
maintain the wood, and you can replace every piece of wood on that boat for I don't know, maybe $1,000, $1,500. And it's like after they replace all the teak and put everything back in it, it's like a new boat.
yeah,
Even having to like replace the transom and refiberglass some of that stuff, the studs on the inside. Like that's the reason why those boats are so popular is because they're so cheap to maintain. You could
yeah.
spend $2,000 and have everything replaced, everything, all the teak, all the supports, and refiberglass everything in. and you're good to go for another, 15 years.
Yeah.
And then you can those repowers, those two-stroke Yamaha motors, those 60s and 90s, the ones that they usually strap on the back of those things, they last for, and they're like, you can rebuild a whole one of those for like $200.
Appreciate you, Lord.
Yeah, one of the boat places down here, they sold Boston Whalers, and they had one, I guess, for a demo sitting out front. They had it cut in half, like where you could see just how thick it was.
All the reinforcement and all the flotation stuff is, yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
They have like 4 different layers of flotation. It's stupid, yeah.
Yeah.
It's but that's why like they can take that rough. They have between how well they float and the hull design. That's why they can take that rough water.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen boats out in out in the like going around I've seen those little whalers, bouncing around Fort Lauderdale in Miami, and it's like there's no way, like the weather that they were out in. It's like, dude, like you should probably go back in with that thing. You take one of those 4-foot rollers over the bow, and it's going to be interesting for you, buddy.
They take them though, but it's got to be tough men's in them who just nothing makes them sick. But I mean that they'll handle the water, but
Oh, balls of steel to do that out there.
rough rides.
Like I said, I don't get seasick easy, but that even like being out there in that small of a boat with those big old waves.
I wouldn't. I just like don't get me wrong. Like I trust my abilities, as a captain, but like I know, like like I said, I when you hit those rollers, then there's when you got nothing, you know what I mean? Like
Tank tops lurking with it.
Yeehaw!
there's just there ain't much you can do. Like once you get into trouble, there's like I said, especially out the farthest the farthest offshore I would probably take one of those boats is like an hour and a half at the most. Because that way I know that the sea tow could get to me that quick too.
That stuff comes up out at nowheres anyways, man. And up your ways, that's where the perfect storm
You get them rogue waves or whatever you want to call them.
movie Perfect Storm and everything was up your way. Oh, had a guy on dang the tuna show, Wicked Tuna. Oh, the old man, he talks about he was out in that perfect storm deal and stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's crazy.
The crazy thing about Furlough could probably attest to this. Like when you get like September, October, and then like September, October, November, and then you might add August into it. But like if you're out on the water in the fall, and then like late summer is when like you really got to be careful because those storms, those little 3-hour thunderstorms that pop up out of nowhere because of the humidity of the day. Those are the ones that really get you because like they can that ocean up in a heartbeat. It can go from glass calm to 5 or 6 foot seas in 20 minutes.
I've seen that happen just like standing on shore fishing. Like we had a storm pop up and then all of a sudden, I mean, the water was glass. We were catching fish like crazy. And then all of a sudden the storm started coming in. All you see, like there's no boats going by, but all these waves start coming in. I'm like, oh man, glad I'm not out in the water.
It's even videos on there, man, of these cruise ships, man. People sliding back and forth and trying to walk and their tables going from side to side. That'd be rough. That's some rough water when a cruise ship is acting like that. That would be rough to be caught out in there.
I saw Titanic and Poseidon one too many times. I'm not going on a cruise ship.
Unreal.
I'd rather, you know, I'd rather it not happen at all. But if I'm gonna go like on something that's for traveling, I'd rather go on an airplane.
I don't want to go on either one. It'd be rough out in the water going through that. But
Because I look at it this way, like at least on an airplane, when you hit the ground,
yeah.
95% of the time it's over.
Hey, that reminds me, Matthew Moore, Sickleys, appreciate you.
Yeehaw!
Man, I was watching something on that Inside Dishing the other day, and it was bad. This 18-year-old was filming himself. He was gonna jump out of a plane with a guy
Mm-hmm.
for his 18th birthday, and his mama was standing over there, and he was talking about his mama supporting him and everything. And he said she's done so much for me, and hopefully she'll do more for me after this jump if I make it through this jump. And then he said, I'm going to make it through this jump. But they had him on camera. They dove out of that plane, and the parachute never did open on that thing. And him and that guy strapped to him, they fell all the way down. That'd be a horrible death, man. They fell all the way down and killed them both.
Mm-hmm.
And they found out that company, the guy he jumped with, wasn't even certified. And that
Nice.
company has had several accidents.
Nice.
But man, I could never jump out of one of those planes like that.
I said you won't catch me doing that.
But it was so eerie, that boy sitting there talking and everything before he jumped out there and everything. But man, you're sitting there, you can imagine falling. It's quick, but something like that, it would probably seem like it's taking forever.
Mm-hmm. Matthew, good morning.
Great having Matthew Moore Sickleys in here.
Nice having another cichlid guy in here.
Yeehaw!
But man, like I say, it's good luck pushing me out that door, man. I never could bring myself to bungee jump, but let's jump out of a plane.
So you could pull. If it comes to that kind of stuff, you could pull a gun on me. I still wouldn't jump.
Yeah. Matthew, you have bungee jumped. You down in Florida, they got those seats. They pull them back, slingshot.
Mm-hmm.
It's videos of them on there. And it's a lot of the guys takes it worse than the women, but they're screaming like a woman, and they'll pass out. They'll wake up. They'll pass out again.
Mm-hmm. That's funny.
But they'll wake up and get back to screaming, then they'll just black out again, man.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, that'd be rough. People do some crazy things, man, just for a thrill.
So you want to go skydiving and whatever for an adrenaline rush? I'll just go get another tattoo for an adrenaline rush.
Yeah, I know it.
I'd rather get poked and prodded with a needle for a few hours and have 30 seconds of like screaming my head off falling from an airplane.
Yeah, then after it's all over, that was fun.
I would jump out of a plane in a heartbeat.
You would?
I would. Yep. But then again, I am not right in the head. So.
No, you're not. Mike Turner, buddy.
Yeehaw!
The correct answer to that, Catfish, would have been no. You're pretty smart. No, you're not supposed to.
Before bed, you've been up all night, Mike? Yeah, it was a good Easter, man. Hope you had a good one. Yeah, you're not right, Butcher. I know that.
To be fair, he never claimed to be though. So
Yeah.
I never claimed I was all there.
I've seen these idiots jump off the bridge, bungee jumping and everything. Evidently, they don't measure their cord or something before they jump. But I've seen them go all the way down and slam the water and spring back up in the air when the cord be too long.
See, I would rather go skydiving than bungee jumping.
I don't know.
Because I just want to fall once. I don't want to fall 6 times.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. I guess if I had to make a choice, if I had to make a choice, I wouldn't do either one. But if I was forced into doing either one, it would be skydiving, like Butcher said. So I'm not sitting there going like this 6 times.
That's what I'm saying. I'll do it once and call it a day.
Mike, are you having any luck, buddy? I'm going to get out there. I'm about to get out there.
Perlo, so this general contractor woke me up at 4:30 in the morning, right?
Oh God!
Told me to get me on site, right?
Yeah.
I've been sitting here for an hour waiting for him.
I hate stupid people. Mike, I got to check my alert on you because I ain't getting no notifications if you're out fishing live or anything.
Needless to say, Furlow, as soon as he shows up, he's gonna get a little the full Bostonian mode is gonna be activated.
So he's gonna get chewed up and spit out.
Well, he's also slow. His crew is slow by not being here because I get stuff planned that's getting here in about a half hour, and if his crew isn't here then he's gonna start slowing me down.
Yeah.
Y'all, Mike Turner needs 22 more to 400, y'all.
See, that's the only downfall to working on these big jobs is that you're at the mercy of other trades, and if they're behind and slacking off, guess what? Then you're going to be behind and slacking off.
Yep.
Mike, did you catch any fish last night? I still got you set up on my alert. It just ain't going off. He's got a video, live stream Easter Sunday night fishing with my brother.
Yeah, that's one of the worst things about like the stuff we do is like waiting for other people.
Yeah. Because my crew, the guys that I work with are good to go at 6:30, and I mean like good to go, ready to roll at 6:30. And
man, it's hard to come by good crews anymore.
And technically, they've been there since like 6 o'clock, because they get there early and just hang. They get there early, drink their coffee, hang out until they can get to work.
Matthew Moore, appreciate that. $380, awesome. And buddy,
381 now, Mike.
Make that 382.
Appreciate y'all.
What's up, Ian?
I got 8 shovel nose sturgeons. Wow.
Nice.
And I got to check your. Oh, nothing in the live stream.
I bet that general contractor that Butcher was just talking about showed up.
Yeah. Y'all, 20 people in the room. I appreciate the thumbs up or the thumbs down, y'all. We had 30 something the other day, but I wound up just 20 something thumbs up. So if everybody just remind to hit one of the buttons, I'd appreciate it. It goes on in everybody's stream, y'all. Some of these big streams, they'll have 60, 70 people in there and have like 38 thumbs up. And I do it myself. If I don't click it when I first go in, I'm bad about forgetting it.
Yeah. Yeah, I just went and liked a video and left a comment so that way it'll stick.
Thank you, Monster Fish Gal.
All right.
Great seeing Ian. Yeah, I'm gonna get out and especially, man, I've knock on wood, I've had a good week and it's been going several days now, so I'm getting the itch to get out there and throw a reel out.
Yeah, we're about ready to, me and the wife.
Man, I would love it to be down there around y'all to get out and just
Yeah.
go out like that kind of fishing and everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's so much easier here. I gotta go and pack all my stuff in and everything, and I don't mind getting out there. It's when I'm leaving at night, man. I stay out there late, then you all of a sudden out of gas and gotta pack everything back in, especially when you're by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Guess who that was, Furlow?
I just told Terry when you dropped off, I was like, I bet that was his GC that just showed up.
I'll give you 3 guesses, but you're probably only going to need 1. Idiot.
Like, how you gonna get me up at 4 something in the morning and then be late? Yeah.
An hour and a half late.
Yeah.
Mike, I appreciate you, buddy. Like I say, y'all, we make sure we got each other and keep everybody growing. That's the only way we can make it happen.
Appreciate you, Mike.
I just told him, I was like, your crew better, you got an hour and a half of makeup time, so your crew better not slow me down. I got deliveries and I got stuff all set up for about 2 hours or about an hour from now. And guess what? We'll run right over you guys' progress if we have to. We ain't. So y'all better get to work.
Butcher, have y'all finally warmed up there?
Yeah, it's like we're getting like 50 consistently now, like 50 degrees consistently. In about another month, it'll be like 65 consistently.
Well, it's slow warming, ain't it?
You like June hits, like the second week in June hits, and it'll go from like 65, 70 or 65 to like 85, and it won't drop back down. There's no spring for us anymore at all.
Yeah, appreciate you, Mike.
Mike, I'm a one-man wolf pack at work.
I work better. Like when I have days when I work alone, when I don't have my coworker with me, I work better when I'm by myself. Like I can paint a whole house in like 2.5, 3 days by myself.
Believe me, I got where it's hard to keep good help and everything. And I started when I was installing carpet, man. Carver family just got out of school. I had him with me. Catfish Mama started going with me. And I'd do some monster jobs, and I'd be the only one installing. They'd get carpet. Catfish Mama would start tearing up the carpet, and Carver would pat it, and I would stretch it all in, make all the seams. What's that, Butcher?
I'm telling you, that's half the battle nowadays is actually getting people that are going to stay on for you more than a week.
Yeah.
It's like my brother. We were sitting at the dinner table yesterday, and he got a text from 2 guys that were supposed to start with him today. Said they were calling out for the day. I was like, you need to just let them go. I said they haven't even started work yet, and they're already calling out. I said you need to just tell them to not even bother with it.
The guys that work for us know if you don't let us know like you either got to do it at like 4 a.m. If you're going to call me at 7 and be like, "Oh, I'm not going to be here," no, that doesn't work. You got to tell me at like 4 when I get up, or the night before, or guess what? You're not going to be in for a fun time.
It's bad. You see new ones coming in, and new ones. I've seen new ones get hired and everything. They would be calling out already the first day or second day, or it's ridiculous. I work for a
Oh,
canal district.
we've had guys come on with us, right? And then at noon they go eat their lunch and just walk off the job site because they can't hack it.
Mike
I'm
Turner,
serious.
appreciate you, buddy.
They just can't hack it, so they eat their lunch and then they walk off, and they leave us hanging.
That's bad. Which I know you're not easy work, man. That's that concrete and stuff, but
It's not easy work, but I mean, it's not like you're doing it by yourself. You know, you got
You got a team of like 6 guys, 4 guys all the time.
It's crazy.
The problem is this. I don't mean to point fingers, but this generation coming up they don't want to do the trades because it's work.
Carver.
I mean, Furlough, you earn your freaking keep in what we do.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Catfish, you know it. You hurting after a day of work.
Oh yeah.
And you know, it's not like we don't make mistakes. Like we all make mistakes, but the most important thing is to not repeat them.
Yeah.
Like don't make the same mistake over and over again. That's my whole thing.
And then especially you'd be the same way, Furlough and Butcher and everybody, man. And Carver family, my biggest thing I preach, man, once I leave this job, I don't want to see this job again unless they buy something new to put in.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot stand to go back on a job.
I hate that. It drives me crazy.
Because you're not making no money when you have to go back on one.
So y'all want to hear it? So speaking of that, right? Here's a story, right? So we do like the concrete restoration as well. You know what I mean? So like we do masonry and concrete restoration. The restoration basically around here is you're taking up the old epoxy coating that they put down on the concrete parking lots around here to make them last longer.
Mm-hmm.
So what we go in and do is we take the old coating off. We'll strip it off and then replace it. And replace any of the bad concrete underneath it. And we did a parking lot job just like probably I don't know, maybe I think it was 20 minutes south of the city. Did this whole job out. It's a good sized job, couple $100,000 job. And we were so busy at the time that we couldn't really put one of our better crews on there, so we had to to put guys on that job that we thought knew what they were doing, and we left them and they had at it, and then we get a call. So that was like I want to say September. They finished. This was a couple of years ago. This was probably 3 years ago.
Yeah.
They finished the job in September, and then we get a call. In November, just before Thanksgiving, that the coating hadn't been mixed correctly and didn't bond to the concrete. So we had to eat $100,000 worth of material cost to do it over.
Ouch.
Y'all miss Monster Fish Gal.
So they mixed the epoxy. That rubberized epoxy, Furlough.
Yeah.
They mixed that rubberized epoxy wrong.
So it away from 300.
it laid down right. You know what I mean? They spread it and it laid down right, but it never cured and bonded to the concrete.
Yeah. Yeah, that's man, that hurts. That hurts my stomach just hearing you tell that story.
Yeah. They mixed it wrong, because if you don't mix it right, it doesn't activate. You know what I mean? You need the the hardener and the epoxy mixed correctly. And if you don't mix it right, it doesn't bond. So they didn't mix it right, and we had to eat I think $100,000 worth of material cost.
Ugh, man. Yeah, we've never done anything on that large of a scale. Like we'll do garage floors and stuff like that, but I mean,
needless to say, none of those 5 guys are still working for us.
Mike Turner, 19 away from 400 now.
We called them up, and when I say we, I mean I. I was like, "Yeah, guys, you remember that job that you did back in September?" They were like, "Oh yeah, the garage job." I'm like, "Yeah, you're fired."
Furlough at 310 now, y'all.
Yeehaw!
Well, thanks to you idiots, we had to eat a bunch of material costs because you mixed it wrong. So guess what? Have fun in the unemployment line.
Yep.
Goodbye.
Furlough, what's those fish on your video? One of your streams talking fish and reptiles.
Mhm.
What kind of fish are those?
Those are Uaru cichlids.
And those are neat.
Mhm.
How big do the cichlids get, Furlough? Like 12 inches?
The Uarus?
Like the cichlids on average, how big do they get? Like a foot?
I mean, it depends on which ones. Like some of the Africans, like the haps, can get like 12 to 14 inches. Peacocks are usually 5 to 7, I would say.
How big does those get?
Those will get like Oscar size. Probably.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because some of those cichlids are huge, or they can get huge.
And then you got like your jaguars and peacock bass and stuff like that. Like peacock bass, they'll get almost 3 foot long.
Oh, they're huge.
So peacock bass is actually a cichlid.
Yeah, they're cichlids. Yeah. And then you got like I said, your jaguars, they get big. The dovii, the wolf cichlid, they get huge. I mean, you're talking like 18 to 20 inches, probably bigger. You know.
That's a big fish, man. That's a big fish right there.
Yeah, like Monster Fish Cow said, her jag is 18 inches. You know.
Wow. See, the videos just don't do any of those fish justice, man. 18 inches, that's a big fish.
Matthew, my favorite breeding group right now is my Lake Victorian flamebacks. I've got a small breeding group of one male and 4 females, because one of the females died. I had 5 in there, but they're my favorite right now.
You're right, Terry. It doesn't do them justice.
Mm-mm.
You see them on camera, and you're like, it's not that big, and you see them in person, though.
Well, I mean, even the tanks don't, like that tank behind Furlough, it's a lot bigger than you think it is.
Yeah, that's a 4-foot tank, 4x2x2. It's 120 gallon.
Yeah.
It looks like a 50.
I know.
That's what I was thinking. It looks like a 50, but videos just don't do them justice.
It doesn't, because that one definitely looks like a 50.
That's
120
gallons.
Which that ain't your same tank you normally sit in front of, is it?
Those peacock bass are beautiful.
Yeah, they are. I want to go down south and catch some of them. But yeah, between this tank and my African cichlid tank are the 2 I usually sit in front of.
Yeah. I was thinking, this ain't the tank where you got the bullies in. It's that other one.
Can you catch those in Florida, the peacock bass, or no?
Down by Miami, like down and probably in the Keys or whatever. But,
like in the mangroves in there?
Yeah.
Where you was wanting to friend me, Tank Top? I think I friend you on Facebook. Have you got another message since then? I know I friended you. I don't remember seeing any other message.
Yeah, Matt, my Bucanoto is finally starting to get some getting big enough to where he's starting to get his blue. I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah, I know, Mike. It's just certain fish. I'd still love to see some of those filament barbs in person because
Oh
I heard
yeah,
they look awesome in person. And you just camera don't bring it out and stuff.
camera don't do nothing for him.
If I ever move down south in an area where like I know the water's not going to freeze, I'm going to build me an outdoor pond and I'm going to put a bunch of piranha in it and just push Yankee fans in there.
But it would be awesome to go down there and catch the most peacock bass. So man,
I better be excluded from that group, Butcher.
Oh, you like the Yankees and the Giants. Oh, here.
No,
I got some. I got some. It's like, oh, I got something for you, buddy. Come over here. Check this out.
I say you push me in, I'll be dragging you in with me.
Butcher, have you made your first game yet?
Have what?
Have you made your first baseball game yet?
Yeah, we did the opening day for the Red Sox. Yeah.
Oh, really? Awesome.
Yeah. We did opening day.
Well,
And I'm
they
not
let
looking
in
forward-
about a quarter of the people.
I'm not looking forward to it. The Red Sox are not gonna be good this year.
How many they let in there? About a quarter of the people.
There was so 20 I think it seats 25, I think 25,000, and there was, I think it was 12 or I think 15. Yeah, so like 3,000 people were in there. Yeah, like 3,000.
So Mike's Aquatics and things is, yeah, never can
It was
tell
just nice to see
fish
fans in the
length or
stands.
tank size on videos.
Oh, no doubt.
And then
It was nice to see fans back in the stands.
Yeah.
And per usual, we were booing the other team. Typical. It's nice to hear those boos raining down from the stands again. Oh,
Yeah,
booing-
y'all some
booing
rude
the Tigers,
people up
booing,
there.
booing the other teams. Oh, we're a bunch. We're a special breed up here in Boston of fans.
Cooper,
hey, GRB.
GRB, man.
Yeehaw!
Appreciate everybody.
the only
23 in the room.
The only non-New England team that's non-New England player that's going to get booed is going to be Tom Brady when he comes back.
Yeah, y'all but Tom Brady like everybody around here about Peyton, man. Peyton, he would come down here and everybody thought he was still a Tennessee Vol player.
Thou shalt not speaketh ill of Tom Brady.
Butcher would have Tom Brady's child.
Yeah, Matthew, I like the Tanganique and cichlids too. The Frontosas and the shell dwellers are some of my favorites.
I saw that like 3 months ago. I saw the weirdest looking fish I've ever seen. It was a needle nose gar.
Yeah.
I want to go.
That is an ugly looking fish.
Shell dwellers. See
That fish was ugly.
I don't know. My favorite of all time are Malawi haps and peacocks. I love them.
I got back to a couple nights ago. I got to binge watching that show Tank, catching up from this season and everything. Man, once you get into these fish tanks and stuff, you really pay more attention to it in the show and everything. especially when they go to buy the fish and the guy's explaining about them and everything. Good old ceramic tile. There's a job hard on the back too, man.
Yep. I hate doing tile.
Yeah.
I know, Chewy. So I used to call them African cichlids.
Chewy, buddy.
Yeehaw!
Night, night. Night,
Carlo,
night.
you know what we hate doing. The lick and stick, the rocks, the fake rock on the fake rock on the veneer on the outside of the houses.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we hate doing that. Absolutely hate it.
Yeah, I don't care for that either.
Ow, wet socks, buddy.
Yeehaw!
That is it's just a pain. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's
Y'all, I got about 5 more minutes and I'm off to wake the tiger.
so a half hour basically.
No, on school days, I definitely have to go because I use every minute it takes to get him in there on time for class.
Oh, are you kidding me? My parents were brutal. They would yell they would yell twice, and then they'd come in with like a cattle prod on the third one. So you were up.
I had to go in there and jerk the covers off of them, turn the lights on, and he's telling me get out of the room the whole time. And it starts the morning off awesome. Then by the time he makes it in there to the table, he comes in there and gives me that mean look, and it's
That's what my dad would have been like. You look at me like that, I'll give you a reason to look at me like that.
believe me, I won't pull those games back in my day, but and even my grandparents wasn't on as easy on you back then as they are now. I mean, if my grandmother or grandfather man told me to jump, I'd jump.
Mm-hmm. Oh, my grandfather, my Italian grandfather. Oof.
Oh,
I got in trouble because I got up earlier than him one time.
It's bad you have to lay in there and listen if he's up or not before you.
I got up. I was sitting downstairs watching. I wasn't even watching TV. I was just sitting on the couch doing something. And he got up, and I guess he didn't see me, and I startled him. And he goes, you get up before me again, there's going to be big problems. I was like, yes, sir.
Matthew dabbling into reef keeping. Awesome.
Yeah, my wife keeps corals.
Have you got any videos on that furlough?
Not on my channel.
Them Italian grandparents are nothing to mess with.
Oh, dude.
I'd love to see some of your wife's.
I'll get some on there.
You know how many times my grandpa would be swinging his cane at us? Just full of piss and vinegar, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do, B&D.
Oh, they drove until their late 90s too. Like them driving is a trip.
Yeah, my grandpa.
You put an old Italian, grandpa or grandma behind the wheel of a car.
Mm-hmm.
It's an adventure.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, my grandpa. He still drives. My grandma don't drive no more. He's 96. He just turned 96.
Still drives.
Still drives.
Wow.
I'm telling you,
he's probably not going to be driving for very much longer, but he still drives.
You know what amazes me? You see some most people like that, and they're 96. And if you see them, you think they'd be no older than 70. Mm-hmm. Some of them look so great for their age, man.
It's all that olive oil and garlic.
It blows me away. They'll look about 70, and they tell me they're 95, 96 years old. Mm-hmm. And could run circles around me.
Hell, I still wouldn't mess with my grandpa even at 96 years old.
Really?
No.
Oh no. Nope. all of my Italian grandparents made it until late 90s, 97, 96, 97, 98. All of them did. Oh yeah.
Well, y'all, I appreciate everybody. Appreciate the thumbs up, but I gotta go wake my grandson.
All right.
So, the Adventures of Catfish Terry in first grade.
Just get you like a little cattle prod catfish.
It'd be all right if I could go in there, put my head earphones on, and just sit back and hang out in some streams or listen to some music or something, but I can't do it, man. If I don't sit there and pay attention, first thing I know, teacher give him his first assignment, and I'll ask him what is it, and he don't know. He didn't play attention. So I got to sit there and listen to every word she says all day long. But y'all, appreciate all of y'all. Tank Top, thank you. Thanks everybody for being here with us. And you say you're working today, didn't you, Furlough?
Yeah.
All right.
We're gonna get rained out. I guarantee it. We're gonna get rained out by about noon. It's fixing to unload here in about a couple hours.
Real.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right, y'all. I love all y'all. Appreciate you. I'll see you somewheres around.
Later. Later, y'all.
Good luck. Good luck.
See you, Butcher Man.
Good luck.